Setting up meeting for Facebook Live for 3, 2. Okay. I think we are live. I just need to be able to see it. Meeting is now streaming live. We are live, Charmaine.
Hello.
I always feel like it's, those American shows. We are live. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're engaging on Facebook. Welcome, everybody. I'm Karen Howe. For some of you may or may not know me, and I'm a human transformational coach, an inspirational writer, and now I have my tag of author, which is really exciting. I've just released my book, Reclaim Your Life. So what we're going to talk today about, so the vision that I had was to bring to you weekly different aspects of your life that can help you up-level your life, which is what I myself personally have been working on. And we want to have something of value to share with you every week. So this show is intended to uplift, inspire, and encourage those that are seeking change within themselves. Yes, ready for change. We've been through a lot. Close that door. Let's move on now and just embrace this change and adapt. So what we want to do is give you the tools to do that over the weeks ahead. Not quite sure sort of where you're heading. This is a great, opportunity for you to join us. So we can talk, we can engage with you, we can respond to you afterwards on Facebook as well if you have any questions. So are you ready for this lifeline to up-level your life? For those that are watching, give us a yes, that'd be amazing. So we're going to talk today in one aspect. Obviously, I've got my beautiful, gorgeous friend, Charmaine Livingston here. She's a soul frequency, her business, is soul frequency feng shui. I call it feng shui. That's my joke. But actually, in all seriousness, Charmaine is actually a feng shui consultant and does amazing work. And we're working together collaboratively to just help people. What do you say, Charmaine?
Yeah, for sure.
That's what we're here to do.
We're helping people align and balance and bring their lives up-level their lives, basically.
Yeah, get that balance back in life. So I'll just give you a little bit of background. I realized my purpose in life was to help people embrace their uniqueness. I didn't know who I was, and I was closed off. I didn't really appreciate what I had to offer the world. And I had to really literally rediscover myself. And that's been an interesting journey. And I'm no guru, I got to say, but I certainly now feel like I've got something to share. Whereas before I used to think, who would want to listen to what I've got to say? So I've been working for many years on myself now. I think my husband's rather thankful to that, and my family. I no longer shout at them. So there are many amazing humans that are up-leveling, or if you want to call it something you recognize, upskilling themselves. And
working through your stuff.
Working through your crap. Yeah. Your stuff. So for me, it was like being I'm in HR. So human transformational coach was just a natural transition from my HR work, because I work with people to up-level their skills. What are you doing now? Are you happy doing that? If you're not, do something else. Do something that makes you happy. So it's a fabulous time to be alive. I don't know about the rest of you. You, Charmaine, I know you're very excited yourself. It's a cool time to be alive. And there's so
exciting.
much you can do. Talking about, entering in with Charmaine, and we were going to touch on old souls. I believe Charmaine is an old soul, and I just want to introduce you to her and give you some background on Charmaine so that you don't only listen to me talking. So Charmaine goes by soul frequency feng shui, and she does sacred earth and soul alignment. So it's getting that balance in your life. Using the knowledge of feng shui, she helps you balance your home and life into harmony simultaneously. I got to tell you, I just experienced this, and I found that my house is the best position it could be in. I'm a little bit excited about that. So it's no wonder I'm getting in the flow, because now I'm getting it finally. Having good feng shui and ultimate health and well-being in one's life is about balance and alignment. We probably will really labor on this. Balance and alignment, flow. You don't have those days where your day kind of just flows. Then you have days where you think, oh man, I just wish I'd stayed under the doona this morning.
Yeah, everything's about flow.
It's all about flow, yeah. She creates a guiding map and compass for you, helping you to reclaim your highest soul frequency, enabling you to achieve and manifest all that your soul desires in your life purpose. That's pretty exciting, and that's exactly what I've been working on. So it made sense for me to align myself with Charmaine, who does that as well. And we're both on, our mission is to make a difference in the world.
Yeah.
Charmaine, I'm going to stop talking now and let you have something to say. I'm a bit of a control freak. So Charmaine, tell us a bit about why.
So, well, we're all working through our stuff and we're all trying to get that flow in life. And what I do, what I know is that, because I was down and out a lot too previous in my life. So what I know is our bodies are a vibrating design of electrical and magnetic energy, you know, your light body, your Merkaba. And this needs to be balanced and in alignment for us to be at our best. So sometimes through the daily routine and stress, overworking, pollution, bad diet, and just recurring negative thought patterns, or even past trauma, actually, our bodies and minds can become heavy. You know, they become weighed down and sluggish and scattered or blocked whenever you're feeling that blockish, that sluggishness. And every issue or every disease or starts as energy, as a frequency. So continuously living in this low frequency eventually will lead us to experience negative emotions, depression, or just feeling disconnected and stuck. And eventually this may manifest into physical disease, you know, and pain as well. And our homes will be a reflection of this as we mirror our environment, and vice versa. Our environment mirrors us. So that's what I'm about. I'm about creating that flow, you know, creating an alignment and balance through your feng shui. I say that that life is a puzzle and the code is our homes. So
that is so cool. Oh, I keep losing my phone on the floor. So that, I actually didn't mention that. So thank you for picking up on that. Yeah, life is a puzzle. But I used to always say life doesn't have to be complicated. It's a little bit complex, particularly when you're first starting out on the journey to, you know, to find yourself.
Yeah.
And seek that balance, which then will create joy in your life. And that's what it did for me. I was always seeking everything outside of me instead of realizing what I had inside of me. And all of a sudden, all that tension in my body, which normally drugs would be thrown at if you allowed it to, just gave rise and allowed me to feel so much more connection and comfort and joy. And
when you listen to your emotions, like your emotions are your clues to where your work is, or like where you need to do the work, or where your triggers are. They're your clues to where you're at. Or when you get triggered by someone, as you say, they're your messenger showing you where you still need to heal. So, and feng shui does the same, shows you where you still need to heal.
But I think for so long, Charmaine, we tend to ignore those feelings and thoughts because they are scary.
They're uncomfortable. No one wants to sit in them and say, what is this situation asking from me? They would just rather, like you say, medicate and kill the messenger instead of actually feeling the pain and saying, what am I needing to do in this situation? And then once you figure that puzzle out, it's enlightening. It's amazing.
Yeah,
the lightness, the gifts that you get from actually letting stuff go, like facing your stuff and then letting it go, for sure.
Yeah. And sometimes, and quite often, it is quite scary. But I know that I would show up in places and the same person that I was terrified, and they were generally women, they were like my kryptonite, would show up for me. Because no matter where I went, I could not avoid them until I dealt with it and stood in my own power, realizing how strong a woman I was. I grew up in a male dominant environment, Charmaine. So this is where I guess this example just came up for me. And I thought I would share that is I grew up in a male dominant environment. I felt very comfortable around males, more comfortable. Women to me were just bitchy, I suppose you.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a certain element of that feminine energy that I was lacking. And I realized then I got myself into a female oriented space, which was scary as all hell. And this is what I'm talking about, being scary to face your nemesis or whatever is going on inside that's holding you back. I got into this space for a period of time and amongst women.
Yeah.
I
And
just threw
facing your
myself into
fears
it.
and facing your fears and conquering that test, as you could say, of saying that I can survive in this situation. It's just amazing. It's also always great things happen after facing some fears, facing your fears.
Well, it's one of the best things I did. I closed the door to it, but it's like I've still got some beautiful friendships out of that. And it's been that was a great opportunity for me to present itself to me like, holy crap, now what?
Like, you pass this test, you may now pass to the next level. You're up leveling.
Yep, that's for sure. All right. So the key thing today, we talked about up leveling is actually the bigger picture. I guess if you wanted to talk about it on a spiritual level, we talk about frequency. So we will, you know, up leveling is, you know, raising your vibrational frequency. So then, you know, once you've got it to a level that you wake up in the morning and think, I can't wait to get on with my day today and what's ahead of me and all these opportunities that keep presenting themselves, and you get into that space, that's when your frequency is starting to raise, and that's where you can do more good in the world and for yourself. So what we decided to touch on today, because it came up in my report that Charmaine did, remember she's an amazing feng shui consultant, and this is what she does. She'll do your astrology reports, she'll do your house. There's so many things that she can do to assist in this area. So what we came across was, I was talking in another group that I work with, obviously going down the rabbit hole and you know, working on, you know, just improving.
It's all about personal growth, isn't it?
All that,
tending to that rose.
I do this. I'm doing this every day now, Charmaine. It's just, it just happens naturally now. I don't have to be conscious about it anymore.
No.
So what came up was my name, because I kept saying in this group, how am I going to do this? And they said, Karen, you realize how many times you've used how? It's in the who and the what, but the how, that's your name. Go to Karen How and she'll show you how you can do that. So I started.
She's the how-to lady.
The how-to lady. So Charmaine started looking at this as part of my report to obviously put some power behind with what's in a name. I didn't realize how much power. So let me just touch on that, because this is a bit of my story. Karen How, she is the how-to lady, okay? When you figured out your why, but not sure on how, Karen How is who you call. Apparently. Now, where I live, though, my street name is Seafarer Court. I'm not going to give too much away, the suburban number, because I don't. No, but I'm Seafarer Court because I'm a visionary. I want to, you know, my purpose in life is inspiring people, to allow people to bring out the best in themselves. The street I live in, or the court, is See a Fairer Future for All.
Absolutely.
And that's amazing. I was like, a whole other layer.
Yep. Good street for you.
It's an amazing street.
Love it. Love that stuff.
Amazing street. Now, Charmaine, I'll let you talk about with your name and how this all relates to you as well, so we can give them some examples about names.
Yeah, well, my name's Charmaine. I didn't particularly love it as a child, but I think I like it now because it's kind of unique. But when I break mine down, it's like shaman. If you know a shaman, the shamans, that's definitely related to my work. They're the ones that see and feel the frequencies. They're the ones that help people. They live up on the top of the hill, isolated and stuff. That's sort of, and just guiding people. So I see that in my name a lot. I see that in my work. And soul frequency, I name that for the power of soul, meaning your soul, but also soul as in one. We're all one. We're all one. And frequency means we're all energy vibrating on a universal frequency. So then universe as well, uni meaning one and verse meaning song. So I see that as we're all part of we're all part of and are connected as one to the beautiful harmony or melody that is life. That's what universe means. So it's the soul frequency. We are all one beautiful song in the universe is how I see it.
And when you
all connected.
Yeah, and when we are all connected, we're like this one big cell.
Big like spider web, I see it. Like we'll call it out. I call it my internet. Yeah, like we're all connected via our internet, like a big spider web surrounding the earth.
That's way cool. That is so cool. So what's in a name? I'll let you talk about that a bit more, because obviously that's where you opened my eyes up. And the key I've learned from all this, Charmaine, and obviously with all my other work that I do, is that I notice things more now. And I don't spend every moment of my day looking at the detail of everything, but I notice things and it just naturally goes, ah, yeah, right. So you shared this with me, and you know, the universe, uni and verse, all part of connected, beautiful harmony. If we were all in harmony together, we wouldn't see a third of what's going on out there, would we, Charmaine, right now?
No, it's infinite. You're always learning, always. And life is always extraordinary. It's always amazing you, always. So, like I have a picture in my kitchen that says some people can travel the whole world and never see as much as a walk on the beach. Like, but they don't see as much traveling the whole world as another person will see from just a walk on the beach. And I love that because, you know, the world is extraordinary, infinite. And yeah, you just need to be on the same frequency as love to see that.
Yeah. And actually, I've got my background here is every day now I'm thankful for my life, for my breath.
Yeah.
I'm grateful. I feel so blessed.
I'm alive.
I'm alive.
Yeah.
And that feeling alone, and if you were to be thankful for one thing, or grateful, blessed, however you want to, you know, use your own language, but that feeling within your body, you go, I am grateful. Just find one thing, even if you're in the most, you know,
darkest place,
just find one thing, just, you know,
that would be that you're not underwater, because if you're underwater, the only one thing you'd be grateful for was air. So even in that darkest place, if you can take a breath and say, I'm grateful for this breath, because I know if you're underwater drowning, that's all you would be grateful for. That, and all the stuff that you were worrying about at that moment wouldn't matter because you're drowning. So you can be grateful for your air at any time.
Oh yeah, and it's free.
Yeah.
Air is free. So let's just touch on, let's expand a bit more on the what's in a name, just to, I mean, some people, I know myself, when I hear things like this, it's like, sometimes I hear it and I go, oh, yeah, yeah. And then other times I go, oh, that's because the pennies just dropped.
Yeah.
And I did that for a very long time. And that's the key, is you can hear it from one person or in a different context, and then it just, ding.
You can see, or you can really see, you know. And
yes.
I guess with names and all words, they carry power. They carry the power to empower you, or the power to limit you or lower your frequency. And words are powerful tools that manifest like magic. So awareness is key. That's why they tell you to do the affirmations, and they tell you to do them in the mirror, because you're programming your mind, and the words actually mean things. You know, they're not just words. They have the power. When you say I can do it, it really carries. It has power. So, and when you speak it as well, it carries, like it has a frequency. So, and some words have higher frequencies than others. And when I say awareness is key, and I say, why do we say key all the time? Because words are our keys that open or can shut doors. That's why we say words are key. That's a powerful word right there. And names, like they're called, if it's king or powers, strong or golden, because gold is a very high frequency, it's very valuable. Queen, roses, aces, and the north all exist on a high frequency and carry a lot of power. That's why you'll see people change their surnames to powers. I think you saw that in a Simpsons episode where he changed his name to Powers so he could have the power. And then when these words are spoken, the momentum of intention, when they're written or read as well, actually, it carries that power. And the north is powerful because it's the most powerful direction and place on the planet. And the name carries this. And that's why, have you ever wondered why Santa lives in the North Pole, or why Kim Kardashian and Kanye, why they call their son North? And that's for power. It carries power. They expect him to be very powerful.
That's incredible. And as long as power is used for good, not for evil, right?
That's right. Yes.
There are two types. I talk about that in my book, actually.
Yes. Yeah, when we talk about power, it's power has to be with the intention, with a loving intention, not a fear intention, or
it's standing in your own power.
Yeah.
Rather than projecting power to people.
Yeah, not power over people, giving power to the people, not taking from others, not that kind of power.
Yeah.
So
interesting. It's the play with words in some ways, isn't it, really? And it's understanding the power of the word.
Yeah, and
intention behind it.
When you're looking for a place to live, and when I'm looking at people's street names, when I go there, if I was looking at a place to move, I'd find this beautiful house and I see the street it was on. I'm just like, oh, I could never live there. There are streets that are called Heartbreak Hill, Brokeback. Like, that's a hard street to work. Like, if you lived on, someone was getting their house done, they lived on Brokeback Street, I would be thinking that's hard work. Like, that's a hard place to live. Or Downer, Low, Dead End Lane, for example. Like, that's going nowhere. And and then you have surnames. You meet people and they're called Brokeby, and I see that as just being broken, or See Little, or I even Suffermore, and it's spelt with a PH. Then their surname is Suffermore. Who would want to be named Suffer More? Like, who wants to more suffer? And it just, not that it labels you, but it sinks in subconsciously that you're always suffering.
Yes.
It has subtle impact.
It's being aware of it, though, isn't it, Charmaine? It's not necessarily having to make any dramatic changes and change your name.
No.
It's being aware that doesn't define me.
No.
That name doesn't define me.
I'm going to become powerful because of this suffering.
Yes, that's right. Turn it around. Yeah.
Yeah. It's awareness is key on everything.
Absolutely. Sure. No, that's very cool. Now we were, I guess, how are we going for time? I'm being mindful of you guys out there watching this later, or we really would love some feedback, though, because we just see so many opportunities here. Some of this content we can share, which if we can make a difference to one life, that's, we've achieved something.
Yeah.
So yeah, a lot of information we've shared. Now, Charmaine, I think we might just finish off there. Mm-hmm. I'm going to, can you let people know how they can get in touch with you if they want to have their house looked at, or if they want their astrology chart done, where they can find you?
Yeah, so if you want to know anything more about feng shui or astrology, or even if I have a blog, so if you just want to read more about raising your vibration or up-leveling your life, you can find me at soulfrequencyfengshui.com is my website, or you can find me on Instagram and Facebook, Soul Frequency Feng Shui.
Yeah, what I might do is we might put that in the comments of the live on Facebook. So when we finish, we'll just top up the comments.
Heaps of reading there. You can just check me out further.
Yep. So I'll leave my website there. I've got a lot of content and blogs, and I've got actually, if you're looking at one of the key things that I found at the beginning of the year, and actually we didn't mention, Charmaine, it's the new moon on Thursday.
Yes.
Thursday
for us in Australia.
And Friday for
everybody.
Friday
for the rest of the world, yeah.
So it's actually the end of 2020 in the Chinese astrology. Is that right?
Well, it's the universal cycle. So the Chinese have named it, but it's the Western calendar that starts the end of the year at December and January, whereas the true cycle of every year is to do with the planets and the moon and the sun around the earth. And so the end of 2020 and the beginning of 2021 is at the end of this week. So set your intentions.
Yes. If you had a shaky start to the new year and you thought, oh no, here we go again. Actually, 2020 doesn't officially end until Thursday. So do your cleansing, clearing out, detoxing, whatever it is in your life that you want to be great, or move on to having something grateful in your life. Get journaling, just clear things out, clean things up.
Let everything go, clean your house and mind of clutter, and set intentions for this new year and whatever you want to bring into your life for this next 12 months.
So exciting.
All the rest of
I'm getting to go away with my husband for the first time in a long time, Charmaine, on our own.
Right on the new moon. That's so exciting.
And it wasn't even planned for that. It's just the nearest date to our anniversary on Monday. So we're pretty excited. Been doing a lot of cleansing before Thursday. If there's anything left to cleanse at the moment.
That's good. And you can just enjoy.
Yay. So what we want to do, I guess, is to each week bring something, as you said, we talked about, there's lots of different aspects to our lives within this up-leveling. It's not any one thing. So we talked about
personal growth, lots of personal growth topics.
Absolutely.
For sure.
And we want this show to be about personal growth because that's what that's our intention. That's what we do, and that's what we want to project out there. So
that's your path to freedom and flow.
And feel joy in your life.
Yes, and joy.
If you're seeking happiness out there, go sit within yourself and seek joy, because joy is all about, well, it's action, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
So happiness is a thing. But you've got to have joy and you've got to really feel it.
Yeah. If you have joy coming from within, the happiness is the byproduct, and you don't have to have any money to feel joy. That's for sure.
No.
Yeah. You can have a lot of money and still not feel joy. So definitely it comes from within. That's for sure.
That's right. So a lot of people that I know here, I just want to be happy. I just want to be happy. So it's, these doing things each day, journaling each day.
These are the skills.
Yep. These are the skills, the little tools that can help you as well.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And awareness, being aware. So what we'll bring to you is going to be bringing awareness to different areas of your life. So what were we thinking? Are we going to do this weekly? Oh, are you going to put up with me weekly?
I'd love to do this weekly. I would see you every week.
Get to talk every week. I love it. Hey, we get to hug too.
And hang out.
Love it. So how can people get in touch? No, we all talked about that. Now, what do we want to cover next week? Did we think about that before?
Yes. So next week, I guess, if you're thinking of how do we raise our vibration, or why do we even want to, I think we might go into that next week. It's about being in flow. It's about not always running into obstacles. That's what raising your vibration is. When you're saying, what next? Like, what next obstacle am I going to run into? Could it get any worse? That's when you really want to raise your vibration. And so you can go into why and how we can do that.
That sounds so exciting. Thanks, Charmaine. Yeah, that'd be really cool. Because it just flows on beautifully from, we're all about the frequency and the vibration, which is around up-leveling our life. So it's all just different terminologies, really.
I mean, everything is frequency. You don't necessarily have to be spiritual. I mean, Tesla always said everything is about think more about vibrations and frequencies, because that's what everything is. So this is super important.
I just can't get enough. And just remember, when you get on this path, there's no turning back, which is the exciting part, because you don't want to be looking back. You want to just be looking forward. Yeah,
that's sure. And the path of the heart is absolutely worth it. I mean, it may get tough, but it's so worth it.
It is.
For sure.
Okay, beautiful. Thank you for your time. Thank you out there. Hope you
Thank
enjoyed.
You.
And if you have any questions, please, no question's a silly question.
No, they're the best questions.
They are the best. Yeah, I find. Get out there, put yourself out there.
Yep.
That's how I got started, and put myself out there, which is something that scared the crap out of me, but I did it.
I know.
All right, babe. Mwah. to everybody.
Thank you.
And we shall see you on the flip side this time, same bat channel. See you soon, guys. Thanks for everything. Bye.